Hi guys, excuse my spot of water here on my top. What that's from. What's happening, guys? I just realised I had a funny filter on, so that's why my last couple of lives I look like I'm in a sunny room, and I've accidentally flicked the filter over, so now it's back to normal. Hi guys, hi Kim Talk AU, hi Alexa, hi Why You Be Weird to Me. What a name. Hi Bella, hi guys. Hi Batshit Crazy. Some of your usernames, guys. Hi Ashley. Lois, my friend broke up with me and said she grew me. I'm sad. She outgrew me. Your friend broke up with you and she outgrew you. Oh, darling, look. When friendships break up, you've got to think, and I know this sounds awful, but you have to think, what beliefs did I hold about her that she was thinking of me before this? Because my best friend broke up with me. It's an awful breakup. It's actually worse than breakup sometimes, a friend breaking up with you. And at the time, I was really down and going through a lot of therapy, and I assumed that she wouldn't be able to handle the new me, the new vulnerable me, and so she couldn't. So what assumptions were you holding about her, that you were annoying her, that you're wanting to spend too much time with her, that she was too busy, she didn't have time for you, that she was spending time with other friends? What were your assumptions about her before that happened? I'm too immature for her, whatever it was. Oh my gosh, got first notification. Oh, yay. Adriana, same. I finally got a notification. Oh, hallelujah, guys. Hallelujah. Got a notification. Hooray. So do you understand that user 1006 at the end? What were you thinking? Were you thinking, oh, she's more mature than me. She's got a life together more than I do. What were you thinking that might have caused her to say something like, I've outgrown you? That was your belief about her being more mature than you, having her shit together more, whatever it is, and you being a mess, and therefore she couldn't handle you, or something like that. Tell me. Hi, Adriana. Hi, Nat Cohen. Had a great date with SP again, and the tick says he isn't ready for the real deal yet, but he says, had the tick, says he isn't ready for the real deal yet, but doesn't want to stop seeing me. I think the real deal in his head, darling, might involve blending your families. That's understandable. It just froze for a second. You can't Brady Bunch it straight away when you've got kids. I've been with people for a whole year and never met their kids. Okay? Think about the factor of children involved here, and that is the reason. It's not because they don't want to fully commit to you. It's because they're afraid that their children won't accept you or be open to the relationship or like you, and then you split up, and then what? People are very concerned about their children, and there's children involved here, darling. So just use that as the reason, because that is the reason. It always is when there's children involved. And that means he's a good dad and he cares about his kids. Or your kids. Got it? Yeah, you're here. I've got a question. How do you manifest someone permanently out of my life? Well, what do you want that for, darling? But okay. Just say they're not around me anymore. That person magically went away. I'm so relieved they're not around me anymore. They're not in my life anymore. Such and such isn't in my life anymore. They went and found a new friend, or they went and found a new town to live in. Something like that, darling. How do you deal with resistance? Guys, you've just got to fight it with the new thinking. Resistant thought will come up all the time. It's not something you can magic away. It's just like you have to keep thinking the new thoughts, the new affirmations, the new story. Heard a great example about living in the end. When the weatherman says there is a storm tomorrow, yes, you don't question it. It's not raining now, but you are certain it's coming. Yes, people never question the weather guy, do they? They always assume what they're saying is true. They go, oh, well, shit, I better get my rain gear ready tomorrow because it's going to storm. Oh, I better bring the cushions in from the balcony in case they blow away because there's going to be a storm. You live in the end of, there's a storm tomorrow. Absolutely. And you do not question it. Like his recommendations aren't recommendations, they're certainties. Absolutely, darling. Love that. Lois, how do you manifest relaxed parents that aren't so strict? My parents are so relaxed. My parents are so easygoing. They let me do whatever I want. My parents are never strict. Exactly what's in your question, darling. Sorry, I just spilled coffee all over myself. Sometimes, guys, the answer is in your question. I got him back again, and now I know what to do and persist the right way. Wonderful, darling. Is this Yasmin? Yay! I got him back now I know what to do and persist the right way. Wonderful, darling. Those 2 calls are worth it. You put in all that work. You worked on that self-concept. Keep going. Don't stop. Don't go back to the old thinking, darling. How to prevent spiraling negative thoughts. Guys, look, when you spiral, go on a rampage. I think that's the best thing to do. Really rampage against those spiraling thoughts. Stand in the mirror or go in your car and scream and yell your new affirmations. Really go hardcore on them. Exaggerate them if you have to. Do it through tears if you have to. Just keep affirming. Got it? Keep focused on yourself. Yes. So we should manifest someone if we have kids. So we shouldn't manifest someone if we have kids. Who said that? Why would I say that? Who said that? You're putting words in my mouth, darling. You're reading into what I just said. No. Having kids, circumstances don't matter. It doesn't matter if you have kids, don't have kids. They have kids. You have 5,000 kids. What I'm saying is give good meaning to what she's giving bad meaning to. She's thinking he doesn't want a relationship, and I'm saying look into it further and understand why he might be doing that he actually wants this to work and he wants your families to blend correctly and properly and not fuck up. So he wants to take his time with blending the families. You're reading into whatever the fuck I said there. I don't know. You've obviously got kids and you've got some paranoia about having kids and that you can't have a relationship. That's where that question's coming from. It's got nothing to do with what I just said. Got it? Just broke up with SP. Now there's someone else. Help. Well, darling, probably because your SP's on, self-concept's on point and someone just swum in there. Why do you need help? If you don't want them, get rid of them. Guys, what do you need help for if there's someone there? I don't understand this. Help with what? Getting rid of the next person or getting the SP back? I'm not sure what the question is, darling. We were really in love. He said he doesn't love me anymore, but it's like I feel he does love me. What's this, Loon Suel? Where's the rest of this? Guys, if they're saying, I don't love you, I'm not in love with you anymore, it's because you think they're not. You think you're unlovable or you think they don't love you. There's something going on there. Whatever they parrot back to you is your thoughts manifest. Your fears manifest. What he said is out of your mouth, out of your brain. Sorry, out of your brain, out of his mouth. Were you thinking at any point, I love him more than he loves me? This isn't working. It isn't the way it used to be. Doesn't he love me as much as he used to? He hasn't committed to me in the way I want. Why hasn't he asked me to marry him yet? Etc, etc, etc. What were you thinking? That's why he said it. Got it? Hi, you're glowing. Oh, thanks. How can I manifest being an actress and singer? Say, I am an actress and singer. Okay, if you want to step, I'm just letting my cat out. If you want to step into the state of whatever profession it is you want, guys, imagine you are that already. Okay? Say you are. Imagine you are. Imagine yourself getting auditions. Imagine yourself getting parts. Imagine yourself standing on stage being cheered by the crowd. You are that already. Step into the state of I am that already. Thank you. You're amazing. Oh, good. I was talking to SP today. It went okay. Hang on. Went okay, just not exactly how I want. Should I focus more on self-concept? Yes, guys, and the version of them you want. Guys, sometimes the first conversation you have with them or the first couple of conversations they come back as shit. And they're not what you want. Or they might be going not the way you want and then they suddenly go the way you want. You've just got to keep with the new version of them and think the new thoughts about, no, they love me. No, he's this to me now. He's loving and kind and caring and always expressing his feelings and always spending time with me and so committed to me. Whatever the new story is of him, focus on that or her. Got my new SP, he's awesome, but so am I. I'm revising him saying he doesn't want a relationship. Well, why would you think he doesn't want a relationship, darling? There's something going on there with you. You assume new relationships aren't relationships or they go slow or he's a player, therefore he wouldn't want it. There's something, the reason he said that was something you thought about him or situations about relationships. So don't worry about it. Oh my God, my fridge is making this weird noise. Can you guys hear that? I've got to bang it to shut it up. Listen. What? What was that? Stupid bloody thing. Will investing my SP because I'm impatient with the 3D mess up my manifestation? Darling, if you're asking me, what do you reckon the answer is? Why are you asking? Are you coming from a place of confidence? If you were, you wouldn't ask me. So if there's fear in that question, therefore I would not do anything out of fear. I've got to do this. I've got to message them because I've got to ask Loz, is it okay? Well, if you don't think it's okay, there's fear behind that. You're not coming from a place of confidence and the outcome won't be what the fuck you want because you're asking me. The people who do it confidently don't even think to ask. Till you're ready not to ask, then don't do anything. What to do when SP's actions don't match his words? You start imagining he is the guy you want, darling. That's you. What's it got to do with your SP? You're imagining something about him the way you don't want, something unfavourable about him, and his actions aren't matching his words. You're saying his actions don't match his words. That's even worse. You're affirming that. Stop saying that. His actions match his words. He's so this to me. He's so that to me. Whatever it is you want from them, start saying it and stop saying his actions don't match his words. He said he is too comfortable and have to be above pants friends because he just left his wife of 10 years. Oh. He says he's too comfortable and have to be above pants friends because he just left his wife of 10 years. Okay, so you've got some story about he's newly divorced or he's just left his wife and therefore this won't work out. Bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. I had that kind of story with, people who've left partners. It's bullshit, guys. That's the I'm the rebound story, so this won't work. Have you got that story in your mind, darling? That's why he's saying that. Or he's not over his emotions, that, he's not over the trauma of that, or he's not over her yet, or whatever the fucking story is you've got about that. That's why he's saying that. Just ignore it. What app do you use to leave your affirmations? Voice memos, and then you record in voice memos and you go to VLC and loop it. Save it in VLC. What are some affirmations to manifest you and SP moving in together and taking the next step? We love living together. We built the most beautiful home together. We love waking up every morning in the same bed. We love living together. Oh my God, I noticed SP's convo was weird, then switched to great, then back to weird again. Well, that's you, darling. Why are you noticing it's weird? If you're noticing things, guys, it's you being triggered by what they're doing. They're not doing anything. Hot and cold behavior in your SP is about your thinking. What are you thinking that's causing the weirdness? You're assuming things are weird. You're assuming they're weird. You're assuming they don't love you, don't want to talk to you, are acting funny, don't want what you want. What are you assuming? That's why that's happening, guys. She really says what we need. Oh, what if they ghost you after you trust them? He's leaving in a few days. Darling, Molly, that's about you. You already know that. You already know the answer. You're assuming they'll ghost you, so they do. Did you assume that after you got together, he would ghost you? Why in the past it has gone from them always wanting to talk to me to them not reaching out? Because something happens, guys, when you start liking them. You start getting insecure, your fears start kicking in, and then they change. It's about your fears manifesting change in them. Got it? Loz is a genius. I keep affirming I love living with my SP, and now he's talking about living together out of nowhere. Oh, Olympia, is he? Yes! And you guys are in 2 different cities. That is amazing. Wonderful. Is it state of being or just thought transmission using affirmations that manifest? Well, the thought transmission, whatever you're thinking, causes your state of being. Okay? What you think you're being. Okay, so I'm being a person who's loved. That's my state of being. I'm loved. I'm lovable. That then reflects out by a thought transmission to other people. I am a lovable person. I am wanted. I am adored. I am admired. And then other people reflect that back. So people have to move to make your manifestation so in your 3D world. It's not just you by yourself doing things. Other people have to make it manifest. Like your SP has to come towards you, or someone has to offer you the job, or people have to compliment you for your self-concept to get better, or people treat you well. Okay? Your thought is reflected out, which causes the 3D to change. So yes, your state of being is what's reflected out via thought transmission. It's both things. No, not at all. He said he ghosts girls. Can I affirm him back? Molly, okay, so what's your belief about him? You believe what he said. I ghost girls. So you went, oh, fuck, this is going to happen to me. And then he did. Somewhere your brain ran with that. Somewhere, oh, thank you for the butterflies, darling. Somewhere your brain went, oh, no, I'm going to get ghosted too. Subconsciously. I'm not saying consciously you did it, but he told you that and you've run with it and now you're the next one. Got it? 90% certain that the Canadian is coming tonight. I'm freaking. Really, Brittany? We're coming to see you? What, he's already there? Ah! Amazing. But can I change it back if I was ghosted? Yes, Molly, but you've got to stop thinking you're the next girl who gets ghosted. Stop assuming that. You're assuming you've got ghosted right now. How the fuck do you not know he's sitting on his phone right now writing a fucking text message? You've assumed you've been ghosted already. Tonight's fucked. It's already fucked. I've already been ghosted. Man of you who jump to the conclusion that you've been ghosted because someone isn't... Oh, someone's yelling. Oh, sorry, it's my door open. I'm so sorry. Sorry.
I have to speak to you later about this.
Oh, sorry. Can you hear me really loudly, can you?
We can hear you loudly all day.
Oh, can we? Oh, okay, sorry.
I'm coming to talk to you.
Oh, sorry. I'm just live on the internet, that's all. Sorry, I'm really sorry. I was just on my iPad, that's all. I'm terribly sorry.
You don't need to swear, do you?
Oh, sorry. Oh, guys, I've just been in trouble by my landlord. Whoops, I had the door open. Sorry, guys. Okay, I think they're coming to talk to me. I'm in trouble for yelling. My voice is so loud. I know I reacted, but can I affirm it back? Molly, of course you can, darling. Just stop assuming that's what's happening. You're assuming ghosting and then it's happening. I'm so sorry, but that's what you're doing. Realise that's what you're doing, okay? I wish I was your neighbour. Oh, sorry, guys. What to do when it seems really hard to love the way I look. I've been trying, but it keeps failing. Darling, look, you just got to keep affirming. Sometimes it takes years to get over your old shit, but keep doing it, okay? You've got to keep doing it, okay? You've got to keep affirming and affirming. If looks are your problem, if feeling not good enough is your problem, you've got to keep affirming, okay? Tell my landlord what? Better affirm the landlord retires. Oh, tell your landlord we love your passion. Oh, God. Whoops. How to get someone that has ghosted you back. I just answered that, guys. You are assuming you're ghosted. Stop assuming you've been ghosted, please. Your neighbours are missing out now that you shut the door. Oh, well, they're probably going to come tell me off. Loz, oh my God, your lives are lifesavers. I swear I sit here refreshing my feed until you go live. Tell them you're a therapist and doing calls. Yeah, I know, but they can hear me. Tell them you're a therapist and doing calls, lol, that way they know it's motivational speaking. Yeah, I know, but they won't care. I'm disturbing them. Molly! Hang on, guys, sorry. Molly, come here. Come here. Come inside. Come inside. Come inside. Come inside. Come inside. You've got to stop barking. Come on. Come on. Come inside. Come on. Inside. Inside. Sorry, guys. Afraid that might happen. I've manifested that because I thought with my door open they would hear me, and that's exactly what's just happened. Whoops, that's my fault. I thought that would happen. Revision, your door wasn't open. Yeah, I know. But she said, I can hear you even with the door closed. I'm like, whoops. Yeah, but they play music all fucking day. Loz, thank you for saying that I just needed a good rant. Okay, good. Assume they are everything you wanted. SP is a hologram filled with my thoughts. There are no surprises. It already existed in my mind. That's wonderful. SP is a hologram filled with my thoughts. There are no surprises. It already existed in my mind. Yes, darling. Guys, lots of people talk about people being a hologram, a mirror, a reflection. You've got to think the outside world is but a dream. It's simply a reflection of what you already thought. So that person is like a hologram exactly of your thinking. Okay? They can't do anything but what you were already thinking about the situation and them and you. Got it? Got it? How do I manifest myself having a different body when I see myself all the time? How do I manifest myself having a different body when I see myself all the time? Don't be triggered, guys, by seeing yourself. Just stop seeing yourself. Stop looking in mirrors. Cover them up if you need to. Take them down if you need to. Don't look in the bathroom mirror before you get in the shower if it's triggering you while you're trying to change your body. Okay? Affirm you have soundproof walls. Yeah, but they live underneath me, so as I'm shouting, they can hear me underneath. That's the problem. Yikes. Loz, after I got unblocked, we texted. He ghosted me. I'm sick and tired of my own shit. We got unblocked. He texted. What? Loz, after I got unblocked and we texted, he ghosted me. I'm sick and tired of my own shit. Guys, look. What you've got to understand about the ghosting, there's a lot of questions about ghosting on here. Sorry, guys, I'm really distracted by the fact that I just got told off. You guys are assuming ghosting before it happens. Then it happens. Then you're assuming it's happening whilst it's happening. Now, for all you know, there's no ghosting occurring at all. They're busy. They're getting on with their life. They're thinking of a message to send you, but you're giving it all bad meaning because you actually assumed the ghosting first of all. Then it started to happen. Got it? So you've got to really quell your thinking that's causing the ghosting to occur in the first place. And some of you are freaking out when they don't message you back straight away, leave you on read, leave you on delivered, don't message you for a few days, and your assumptions start to kick in. Now you've got to think, where am I getting these assumptions that I'm getting ghosted? Where am I getting this fear of ghosting from? That's where your self-concept is key, guys. Was I abandoned as a child? Do I feel not good enough? Am I always scared things aren't going to work out? Where am I getting that fear from that's causing the ghosting? Then when the ghosting happens, I read into it even more and make it worse and give it all bad meaning. All of you on here who are assuming ghosting, you've got to assume you're never going to get ghosted, and you've got to assess why you're assuming ghosting in the first place in your self-concept. What happened to you as a child that makes you think you will be ghosted, you will be left, you'll be abandoned, you'll be rejected? Something's going on there with you. Figure it out. Ghosting doesn't exist. Yes, it's like a ghost. Say it doesn't happen to you. Exactly. I did this and message, and when... I did this and message, and when there was a response right away, my brain started... What's this? I did this and messaged, and when there wasn't a response, right away, my brain started turning its... Yes, Brittany Bombshell, and it got a text 2 days later. Oh, so you just started turning it around, Brittany? I didn't see the rest of that. But you started turning it around. Look, guys, you've got to go with a good story. If you text and you don't hear anything back, go with the good story. Oh, they're busy, they've fallen down a well, they've lost their phone, they're busy with work, they're thinking of a really good thing to say. Go with the good story instead of the bad story, please. Guys, it's true. I was talking to SP today and he stopped answering. Just turned out he was training. I remember I did that once to a person. I sent this big long text about something dramatic that had just happened to me, and when they didn't message me back within the hour, I was like, I can't believe you didn't message me back after that message, because I was in this state of like... And the guy went, I was at the gym, I didn't even have my phone on me, and I was just like... Like years ago I did that, and I remember thinking, oh my God, I gave it all bad meaning. I double texted this person going, I can't believe you didn't write back. Don't do it, guys. It's your triggers triggering you. People are coming to my SP and saying bad things about me. How do I stop that? You've got an assumption that you can't trust people, that there's snakes in your midst or something, darling. Something's going on there where you can't trust people in your reality. What's going on there? Something's going on where you don't trust others. Why? Investigate what happened in your childhood. Either you were abused, or there was an unstable household, or people betrayed you, and therefore you feel like others are going to do that and badmouth you. That's why. Loz, SP told me I was everything and I'm a trophy. Oh, did he, Brian? I just started the Isn't It Wonderful, Isn't It Amazing? Wonderful. What's this? I just started the Isn't It Wonderful, Isn't It Amazing? Everything works out for me in my favour. Yes, do that. Love it. People are coming to my SP and saying bad things. Oh, I saw the one. Brianne had major move with SP. Loz, so proud of her. Oh, Brianne, love it. Told you were a trophy. Love it so much. I was everything and I'm a trophy. Oh, because you are, Queen. Yes. And I totally spiraled. What's this, Molly? What'd you totally spiral about? Yes, I told him about my trauma past and he pulled back and I said I was spiraling. He leaves in 5 days. So what happened, darling, was this. You revealed vulnerable stuff. Then you made the assumption that he wouldn't like that he wouldn't take it well, that he would pull back, that you'd said too much, that he would view you differently. And guess what? That's exactly what happened. Did you have that assumption that you'd said too much? That's why. Got it? What's your take on tarot reading? I know different coaches have different opinions on it. Look, guys, go to tarot if you really fucking want. But what I'm saying is, when you do, they're only going to reflect your thinking. So if your thinking's really on point, your self-concept's on point, and you assume they're coming back and it's all you're living in the end, they'll reflect that. However, if you go there when your self-concept's not on point, they'll reflect back your old shitty thinking. And sometimes when your self-concept is on point, they'll still reflect your old shitty thinking because it's delayed. And you'll get thrown by it because you think they're reading the stars and talking to spirit and talking to your dead grandma or whatever. And you take what they say to heart. Please don't do it if you're going to get triggered. If you feel it's confirmation of your new thinking, then go ahead and do it if you can handle whatever they say, or you're listening to the For You page. My For You page is littered with my new story at the moment, so I don't care what tarot pops up. I'm not scared of it because I know what my new story is, and they're literally saying it word for word, even my affirmations, because I'm not scared of it. If you're fearful of what they're going to say, please don't go. Thought about SP, pop up, I affirm against them right away, but they will manifest too. Thought about SP, pop up, I affirm against them right away, but they will manifest too. What's this, Emily? Thought about SP pop up, I affirm against them. No, guys, look, a random thought isn't going to manifest. It's your constant habitual thinking about that repetitive thought that makes it manifest. So affirm against it, Emily. So we can use this. Isn't it amazing that my SP finally asked me to be exclusive? Yes, do that. That's great. I trusted him. I felt open to tell him, but he's moving and started to pull away because you thought he would, Molly. Investigate what you were thinking when you were telling him. Do you have an assumption that people can't handle your trauma? Do you have an assumption that you're too much? Do you have an assumption that people can't handle you being so vulnerable. That's where it's coming from. It might not even be specifically about him. It's just people in general. Or when I tell people things, they don't like it. Have you had friends say you're too much in the past, or say I don't need to know this information, or get over it, or anything like that? I honestly don't know how the school thing happened so quickly. What school thing, Emily? What about what are you talking about, Emily? I missed it. Hang on. I'm worried if I manifested getting virtual school when I only thought it like 1-2 days. Then, okay. So, look, maybe you did have a fear that would happen, and then it has manifested. But thinking it for 1 or 2 days is enough, darling. Got to understand, guys, what you're predominantly thinking. If you were thinking that a lot for 1 or 2 days, it'll happen. Just affirm that you don't have virtual school. Just affirm that whatever has been put in place is now changed, and you get to work in the school that you want. Okay? I love working in the school building. I love working back at school. So say those things, darling. Is it bad to use affirmations like, he is going to ask me to be his girlfriend instead of I am his girlfriend? Is it bad to use affirmations like, he is going to ask me to be his girlfriend instead of I'm his girlfriend? It's so obvious we create exactly what happens. So why is it hard for us to convince our subconscious? Because it stays at the old you from 7 years old. It doesn't like the new thoughts, okay? It wants to stick to the old you, guys. It doesn't like to be convinced of anything different, okay? Loz, for X, do we have to affirm SP is thinking about me, or we can just affirm SP is my husband? You can say they're thinking about you, guys. Guys, a lot of you find it hard to do it from the end like they're my husband, so don't bother if you find it that too difficult. It's true. I do tarot readings, and it's become so obvious that it's just thoughts being reflected. Wonderful, Plutonian Tarot. I'm glad you say that. I got my self-concept to an amazing place, got SP back. He keeps telling me how much I've changed. Thank you. Oh, Wendy, wonderful, darling. Oh, hooray. I'm just worried that the negative thoughts about SP will manifest as quickly, but I affirm against those. Emily, you're having a lot of worrying thoughts at the moment. Why? You're worried about the birthday stuff, and worried that he wasn't doing this, and worried he was doing that, and worried about school. You've got to get a handle on this. I think what's happened is it's all happened so quickly, and he's got back in contact that you're starting to freak out, and your mind's starting to fight you. No, this isn't going to work out. Look, you fucked it up. You're going to fuck this up. You're going to fuck it up. It's not going to work out. What are the thoughts you're having about it? It's not going to work out. Things are going to mess up. You're going to mess it up. Stop thinking those things. You're so awesome. Love your teaching. Oh, thank you, darling. When I go on a self-rampage, I feel tingles in my body, physically feeling my concept change. Good, darling. That's wonderful. Loz, how can I make someone to stop forcing me into things or stop them from talking about a topic? Loz, how can I make someone to stop forcing me into things or stop them from talking about a topic? No one's forcing you into things, and no one's... Look, you're manifesting them talking about whatever it is you're fearful of them talking about, and you're putting up with people forcing you into things. Start working on your self-concept. Build yourself up, darling, because if people are forcing you into things, you have no boundaries. Are you an overgiver? Are you too afraid to speak up for yourself? That's why. Are you lacking confidence? Start saying, I'm so confident. I don't do anything I don't want to do. Start saying those things, darling. Should I feel like I have my dream body and act like I do in the mirror? Yes, absolutely, darling. Tell yourself in the mirror that you do. If you can handle it, do it. I feel like I just know it's going to happen eventually. I've never felt as sure and calm as I did today. Wonderful, Alexandria. Wonderful. What's my star sign? Virgo, darling. Just curious, if third party is also manifesting my SP, how does that work? Like a manifest battle. There's no such thing as a manifest battle, guys. Everyone's in their own reality. You're in yours, they're in theirs. Whatever the fuck they're doing over there has no bearing on you. If everyone's just reflecting your thinking, then what does it matter what that bitch is doing? In fact, you shouldn't even be thinking about her. Got it? What happened to me every time I bring him back into my life? That happened to me every time I bring him back into my life. What? That your old fearful thoughts kick in? That's what happens to most people, guys. That's why they lose them. By just doing SP affirmations, they haven't changed themselves. How do I manifest SP to put in the effort now that I have him back in my life? Well, you're assuming he's not putting in effort. You're assuming it's gone casual. You're assuming it's not as good as it used to be. I know what that feeling feels like, and it's a real shitter. And you start thinking, oh, they're not putting as much effort as they used to, not being as loving as they used to. It's not back to where it used to be. I want it back to where it used to be. Stop assuming all those things. Whatever it is you're assuming about him not making effort, start saying he is. Start seeing him differently. Start affirming he's making so much effort. He's constantly seeing me. He's constantly taking me places. He's constantly calling me and texting me. A lady was texting her sis that her boyfriend will never propose. Meanwhile, he proposed that night. because she probably had the assumption that they're going to get married. I'm going to get married. I'm marrying this guy. I'm marrying this guy. I'm marrying this guy. And then she was like, where is it? But she was always assuming she'd get married. That's why she was annoyed about it. Yeah, but wouldn't you tell her the same thing? There's one SP and two realities. You wouldn't you tell her the same thing? There's one SP and two realities. Guys, everyone's in their own reality. Please get this. I know it's really hard to wrap your head around. Your SP's in his. The third party's in hers. You're in yours. People have no free will in your reality to do anything but reflect your thinking from your brain. You've just got to get this. If you don't get it, you'll think, this is impossible, I don't understand. Go down the rabbit hole of quantum physics then and understand parallel realities and quantum realities. Otherwise, you won't understand how this works at all and you'll question it constantly. I'm affirming he understands why I was upset and sees me before he leaves. I want commitment. Okay, Molly, good. Do that. Just affirm also that he didn't care, that he loves how vulnerable I was. He loves that I showed him my true self. He loves that I revealed all my trauma and childhood issues. He loves that about me. He thought it was sweet and lovely and vulnerable and beautiful. He loves that about me. Say those things, Molly. Is it their shit behaviour just a reflection about their own bad self-concept? No, it's your... Oh, guys, why aren't some of you getting this? Nothing they do is because of their self-concept. You've got to understand this. It's what you think about their self-concept. If you think they've got bad self-concept, they will. If you think they've got issues, they will. If you think they're not over their ex or you're just a rebound, that's what it will be. It's what you think about them and what you think about yourself every time. Don't know why some of you aren't getting this. Thanks, Chrissy V. Loz, it's Steph. Affirm I have the ideal career, having all possibilities and a lot of money. Oh, wonderful, darling. Well, I blew up his phone like crazy bitch too, completely slipped. I know it's me. Molly, you've got to get a handle on that shit, darling. Why'd you blow up his phone? Completely out of fear. Fear you were losing him. All abandonment shit we spoke about. Why are you doing that? Loz is holding back today. I know, because my neighbours just told me off for shouting. How can I manifest for a girl to go back off from my business if she's being stubborn? How can I manifest for a girl to back off from my business if she's being stubborn? Blake, there's a girl ruining my business. She's stubborn. They're your assumptions. Stop assuming that and she'll go away. She'll back off. She's trying to take over. She's taking credit for what I'm doing. She's so stubborn. She won't change. She's this, she's that. She's bloody fucking blah. And then she'll turn up that way. Stop saying that. Loz, what about friends who have ego issues? Is it really you creating there or they're shit people? What's with this live today, guys? Are you all new and you're not getting this? No one is doing anything in your reality other than you. You are the only cause. There's no such thing as a shit person. If you think they're a shit person, they'll turn up that way. Why aren't you guys getting this today? A lot of you are talking a whole lot of LOA crap like this is something better and I can't change them and I'm going to move on because people have their own free will. They don't, can't and won't do anything other than reflect your thinking in your reality. If you think they're a shit person, if you think there are shit people in the world, then the world will turn up that way for you. And you'll encounter, wherever you go, shit people. That's why girls who think guys are players always meet players and they sit around with their girlfriends who are sick and tired of hearing the same fucking story out of the bitch's mouth, which is, all I meet is players. And the friends are sitting there thinking, bitch, that's all you think about men. That's your story about men and therefore they're the only men that are going to show up in your reality because that's what you think men are. Until you change your thinking about men, you're going to meet players. Until you change your thinking about shit people will turn up. I don't think there's shit people, therefore they don't turn up in my reality. But I do think I do things wrong. So therefore I just got told off by someone. Got it? This is not complicated. Your thoughts create your reality. Ignore 3D and persist. Yes, Wendy. Why are you not all getting it? Your thoughts create your reality. If you think you are certain, they are a certain way, they will be. Yes, Elizabeth. Yes, Wendy. Guys, if you're really confused about this, I beg you to go to the Subconscious Laws Facebook group and watch all the lives back because you're not getting this. The link's in my bio. What has been your hardest struggle with law of assumption? How did you overcome it? My biggest struggle was not understanding that I was the cause, that my self-concept was the cause of everything. That was my biggest thing. I'd affirm SPs back and lose them and think, why have I lost them again? What's going on here? Oh, it's me. I'm causing it. Once you get that, guys, everything changes. If you don't understand that one principle, this will be fucked for you. Now, when people say, when can you not manifest your SP back? When you don't get that. When you don't get that one principle, that you are causing everything, you're causing their behaviour, you're causing them turning up the way they are, you're causing the way they treat you, you're causing them splitting up with you, you're causing it. When you get it, everything will change. If you don't get it, you'll blame them, you want apologies from them, you'll think they're not coming back, you won't understand their behaviour, you'll get angry at them, you'll get triggered by them when you get back together, and then you'll split up again and you'll think it's them. SP is getting hotter and hotter every day. He's starting to talk about us as a pair again. Oh, wonderful, darling. Why am I seeing so many synchronicities? Is there a meaning I should assign to it? It's just you manifesting it, darling. You've assumed all those things and they've come true. Hooray. What's the best way to prevent or keep yourself from negatively affirming? You've got to positively affirm against it, guys. You've got to just keep affirming the new thoughts. That's the only way. I want us back together in a happy relationship. How do I affirm this? SP thinks it's a job. You think he thinks it's a job. Therefore, to him, it's a job. Therefore, to him, it's a chore. Therefore, for him, it's something he doesn't want to do. You're thinking that about him, darling, until you get that out of your mind, that a committed relationship is a job, or a happy relationship is a job, or relationships are hard work, or you think that and then he's thinking that, or you think he thinks that. Whatever it is, it's your thinking. Stop thinking that. It's not hard work. Why are happy relationships hard work? Why are you thinking that? The only hard work you've got to do is changing your shitty self-concept that thinks happy relationships are hard work and the people you're with think they're hard work. Kimberly's self-love meditation is really good to listen to. Is it? I haven't heard that one. Loz, I wake up with low motivation and tons of fears. How do I turn this around? Affirm as soon as you wake up before you even get out of bed. Lie in bed and affirm, guys. Guys, Loz is literally turning your assumptions about everything back onto you. Yes. Hi, Lauren. Last night I was affirming for stalkers and people to be obsessed with me and the wrong person. What? Last night I was affirming for stalkers and people to be obsessed with me and the wrong person is doing it right now. Why were you affirming for stalkers? Guys, if you affirm for a stalker and people be obsessed with you and then you're surprised, just say you're one person it was, not everyone. That's how it works, guys. If you start saying everyone's obsessed with me, men are obsessed with me, well, they will be, and the wrong ones will turn up. Stop saying that. Just start saying, only the men I want me. Only the guy I want is obsessed with me. Only the guy I want stalks me. Say that. I realised when I was 16, I manifested having green eyes. I had blue up till then in all the photos. Did you? Oh my God, amazing. I'm having a hard time balancing my manifestation. I feel like I'm giving all my energy to manifesting. Kelly, you're just getting obsessed with it and not getting on with your life, darling. You're doing it out of fear. You're affirming out of fear because you're fearful that if you don't affirm all day, things won't work out. Maybe it's that. Are you doing that? All aspects of my SP is wonderful except he doesn't show any affection. I'm confused. Guys, if they're not showing affection, it's because you think they don't show affection. If you think they're not affectionate, they won't be. If you think they don't want to hug you when they walk in the door, or you think they don't love you as much as you love them, they won't. Can you explain a bit more about the whisper technique? How does it work? It's literally just thought transmission, guys. So whatever thought you're sending out, you're doing it, but in an imaginary way, like you're whispering in their ear. Blah, 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 you love me. As if their ear is right there and they're hearing you. Or they're lying in bed asleep and they're hearing you. It's simply all it is. The same as thought transmission, guys. Same thing. Do you meditate? No, darling. My morning routine would just be lying in bed and affirming. And doing whisper technique. Loz, what affirmations for getting an ideal high-paid and creative job will you use all your potential? I love my high-paid creative job. I feel so creative in my job. I'm using all my potential in this job. I love this job. It's so creative. Loz, 2 SPs from my past died suddenly. Now I have anxiety with current SP. Good affirmations? Why would you start having anxiety with the current SP? Okay, so 2 SPs from your past died suddenly. That's got nothing to do with your new SP. Just start saying, my SP sticks around forever. We are happily, blissfully married till we're 100 years old. Whatever that is, done. Whatever that fights the fear of that death thing. You might have a fear of vulnerability to harm schema, like something where you worry about death and illness and things like that. Is that going on with you? It's hard for me not to feel like I'm in denial or delusional when ignoring the 3D. Any tips? It's hard for me to not feel like I'm delusional or in denial when ignoring the 3D. Any tips? So don't ignore it. Accept it. Go, oh, well, look at this shit I caused. I'm changing it. Guys, if you're finding it delusional, then don't ignore it. SP affirmation, so only he can be obsessed. Yes, darling. Should we do the whisper technique before sleeping, or can it be any time? Any time of the day, guys. It's possible to use too many manifestation techniques at once. I don't believe in techniques, guys. I don't know what techniques you're doing, but the only techniques I would say are affirming and visualizing. They're not really techniques. It's just how your brain works. But I wouldn't be doing 3, 6, 9 and 55 by 5 and moon water and all this absolute crap you're hearing on here. Fuck no. Thank you for all your tips. Good, darling. Those people have gone out. Oh, shit, I'm really in trouble. Whoops. I'm going to affirm that I'm not in trouble and they understand. They play music all day, so they understand that if they're going to play music, I'm allowed to do my lives. Because they're musicians. They play music downstairs. I'm like, dude, I have to listen to fucking music all day. I remember my communication with SP was so bad, and now I manifest communication, and he's in love. Wonderful, life is a simulation. Guys, if you want beautiful communication from them, just affirm it and affirm it. They love talking to me. They're so sweet to me on the phone. They love hearing my voice. They call me all the time because they can't be without me, and then that will change, just like yours is. I'm sorry, guys. People sending me messages. I've already got to go. Okay. What are your favourite affirmations to say? They have to be really, really specific to you guys. Mine are, my body is perfect just the way it is, and I am perfect just the way I am. I love me just the way I am, but they're very specific to me, okay? Ex-husband is obsessed with me, and he's not even the SP, lol, taking it as birds for lamb with USP. Guys, okay, look, sometimes the exes come back and they're obsessed. If you don't want it, just lap up the attention and know it's working, okay? You just revise that they all love you and cracking up over it. Yeah, okay. Look, I'm going to revise that they even said that. I'm just going to imagine that they understand that they play music, and they should be understanding because they play music all fucking day, so they need to understand this is my job. I also was playing the videos outside the other day while they were outside, and they could probably hear the video because I was editing. I was putting the captions on, and they were probably hearing that, and so it was playing on a loop over and over and over and over again, and they probably heard that as well. Loz, even how you react is a reflection of the self-concept of the person who wrote the comment. Is it? All right, guys, I'm really going to go because I've got shit to do and a gazillion people are texting me and calling me. So, guys, if you don't follow me, please do follow me. I go live twice daily. Please do follow Subconscious Laws and go to the Facebook group Subconscious Laws where all these lives are saved. I'm about a month behind saving these, but you can watch them in the media section or photo section of the page. And I'll be putting in the Q&A forum today so you can ask questions. Please don't ask them on the main page. They won't be approved. I've got 300 posts to be approved in there at the moment, and not one of them is getting approved because most of them are questions. I will not approve questions. Okay, guys? All right, love you all. Thanks for joining me, guys. See you later. Bye.